All right, Shalom. Before I start off, I'd like to first and foremost give all honor, glory, and praise to our Heavenly Father and His own God and Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rechakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, taught us His truth, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, as well as the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad. All right, and this is just another quick update on World War III and prophecy, man. And as we see, tensions between nations continue to escalate. All right. And as I'm going to read, hey, man, we're hearing of key players, being brought up. All right. Israel, Iran, Russia, and the U.S. But this is an article which reads, Trump says he's written to Khamenei, offering talks on Iran's nuclear program. Says U.S. President reiterates he won't allow Iran to acquire the bomb. Warns that if U.S. decides to act with force, it's going to be terrible. It's going to be a terrible thing. Says something will happen soon. Says U.S. President Donald Trump said that he wants to negotiate a nuclear deal with Iran and sent a letter to his leadership this week suggesting the talks with the Islamic Republic, which the West fears is rapidly nearing the capability to make nuclear weapons. Right? And as he quoted, I'm going to read this part. It says, asked in an interview aired on Friday by Fox Business News whether he had sent the letter to Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, Iran's supreme leader, Trump said yes. Khamenei's regime is sworn to Israel's destruction. All right, and we know that Israel, pursuing Jeremiah 45 and 50. So that's Jeremiah 50 and 45. The least of the flock shall draw them out. All right, the small acts. Matter of fact, I'm going to read it. Jeremiah 50 and 45. Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord that he had purposed against Babylon, which is America. All right, America, also called Babylon the Great. And his purpose is that he had purpose against the land of the Chaldeans, which is over here in America. All right, the modern day Chaldeans represent the Edomites, man, the so-called white men. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Draw them out. All right. Draw America out. America's armies out there. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. All right. Which is going to happen by way of thermonuclear destruction. Okay. Matter of fact, Trump, I believe recently, said he wants to take back Gaza, man. And just recently he issued a warning to Hamas as U.S. confirms direct hostage talks. Right? Said that, and this is another article which reads, U.S. President Donald Trump has issued that, what he called a last warning to Hamas to release hostages held in Gaza. I'm sending Israel everything it needs to finish the job. Not a single Hamas member will be safe if you don't do as I say, Trump said in a lengthy post on his Truth Social platform. But yeah, man, since the 1990s, supposedly the Islamic Republic of Iran has been sponsoring this Hamas and its military. All right. So we're seeing prophecy coming in play. Okay. The least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. All right, in Israel, again, and the U.S., along with Iran, because we know that once Iran, at some point, pursuing Ezekiel 38, Russia is going to be a guard unto Iran, right, which is ancient day Persia. So reading back on that article, and Trump quoted, "I've written them a letter saying, I hope you're going to negotiate, because if we have to go in militarily, it's going to be a terrible thing." Trump said, "You can't let them have a nuclear weapon." Now, it's been said that here's another article which reads, Iran News, the IAEA warns of clerical regime's growing stockpile of highly enriched uranium. And they're basically going to say that there's fears that they have enough uranium to create 6 nuclear capable weapons. And the Iran foreign minister recently said in response to Trump's, threats. There's another article which reads, Iran foreign minister Salak says no to nuclear talks with U.S. under Trump's maximum pressure policy. Arakshi says nuclear program cannot be destroyed in a military attack and warns any Israeli attempt to do so will turn into a widespread fire in the region. All right. This is in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Iran will not resume negotiations with the United States on its nuclear program while U.S. President Donald Trump applies his maximum pressure policy, Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi told AFP on Friday. Iran will maintain talks with other negotiators, but will not engage with the U.S. under Trump's approach of ramping up sanctions, which is also threatening sanctions on Russia after, trying to pursue peace, But hey, man, it even tells you that, the Lord would stir up the Medes, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not have delight in it. It's basically, Russia is not going to be for the peace talks, right? The negotiations, the diplomacy, all right? Because Russia is going to be a key player in this as well, all right? And being a spearheading an assembly of nations, man, against this place. Even the allies of America are going to turn. Says later on Friday, Trump said he had written to Iran a warning to open negotiations or face a military attack. Araghchi also warned against an Israeli attack on Iran, said its nuclear program, which it insists is for civilian purposes, could not be destroyed by military means. Iran is committed to Israel's destruction and has been enriching uranium to near weapons-grade levels, which the UN says has no civilian usage. So yeah, man, things are getting stirred up, all right? And we know that this thing eventually is going to blow up full scale, right? But things still have to play out. The MOTB has to be mandated. Things still have to happen before the destruction can take place, before this thing can blow full-scale nuclear. All right, but I'm going to get a few scripts. First start at the book of Joel, 3rd chapter and the 9th verse. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up, right? And the nations are being prepared for conflict in the Middle East, which is the battle of Armageddon, right? Armageddon in the Hebrew, which is a mountain of troops, all right? And from that report, again, it appears that Iran is building up its arsenal of nuclear weapons, speeding the development of near bomb grade uranium stock. All right. And there's a reason for that. Okay. The Lord is putting it in these nations' minds to prepare war. Verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And this is what we see. This global military spending has been rising significantly, surpassing in critical areas such as agriculture, all right, or the infrastructure, okay? A lot of these nations are now funding into weaponry rather than their agriculture or infrastructure, and what were considered to be weaker nations, all right, now harbor nuclear arsenals and are developing nuclear weapons and building their armies. It says, verse 11, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. All right. But and not only nuclear missiles, right? But hypersonic missiles carrying nuclear payloads and so on. But it says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Right? Because the Lord is going to gather all these heathen armies to the valley of Yahweh to judge them over there in the Middle East during the height of this Third World War. All right. The mighty ones represent the Lord's angels. Okay. Because Yahweh Lord, upon his return, is going to come back with his armada, his fleet of ships to waste their armies. So it says, verse 12, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh, which is the Most High's, Yahweh, which is the valley of the Most High's judgment. Right? It says, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Verse 13, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for the wickedness is great. Basically saying that this time of this prophecy is ready. Okay? This is why even now we see militaries being gathered over there. This is why we see fights and skirmishes happening. All right, proxy wars and so on. All right, it's all gearing towards this war of Armageddon. For the wickedness is great, and that's how we know that we're at the end, because wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, as it tells you, I believe, in 2 Ezra, the 16th chapter. Verse 14, multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision, which is Armageddon, man, the war to end all wars. And this is also how we know that the small hats over there in the land are not the real people, because there's still wars going on in the world. All right. And they're causing the wars. Joel 2 and 20. It says, but I will remove far off from you the northern army, and will drive him into a land barren and desolate, with his face toward the east sea, and his hinder part toward the utmost sea. So the northern army is dealing with the American armies. All right, the land barren and desolate being that landmass of Saudi Arabia. All right, Iraq and Kuwait also. All right, that's where these armies are going to be gathered, man. The EC says, with his face toward the EC, which is talking about the Euphrates River. All right, that body of water which connects with the Tigris on into the Persian Gulf, and his hinder part toward the utmost sea. The utmost sea is dealing with the Red Sea. All right, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he had done great things. Which his stink and his ill savor coming up represents those dead bodies. There's going to be a lot of dead bodies. This is Isaiah, the 34th chapter and the second verse. But the indignation, which is righteous anger, of the Lord is upon all nations. And why is all this going to happen? Because of the controversy of the Lord's people, man. All right. All these nations played a part in the oppression and downfall of our people. And this is their judgment. To be slain over there in the Middle East. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He had utterly destroyed them. He had delivered them to the slaughter. Now this is future tense. This is already written. All right. This is going to happen. Just as it's written. All right. This is the will of the Heavenly Father. He had destroyed them. He had utterly destroyed them. He had delivered them to the slaughter. The slain also shall be cast out, and his stink shall come up out of the carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with the blood. The mountains symbolizing governments. Because when Yahushua returns, he's coming to subdue all these heathen governments. All right? And set up the governing body of the nation of Israel and the kingdom of heaven here on earth. And the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, symbolizing the nuclear, the mushroom cloud from the nuclear missiles. And the host shall fall down as a leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, right? The ultimate sword of the Heavenly Father is the thermonuclear missiles. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, because those missiles are going to be shot off, right? And their trajectory, they're going to fly up and come down on this place. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, which is to say, Edom, and upon the people of my curse to judgment, right? The people of the Most High's curse, or the Edomites. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood, is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. All right, the land of Idumea, dealing with America. All right, and the blood of lambs and goats, fat of the kidneys and rams symbolizes the people. All right, this place is going to be utterly destroyed and wasted. So yeah, man, that's just a quick update on what's going on between Israel and Iran. All right, in the U.S. All right, just a quick update on World War III and prophecy. With that, once again, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem El Shai Bashem Rekakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, taught us the truth, and peace and blessings to the whole elect. To the next, I say Shalom.